Hey, what's up everybody? My name is Victor and welcome to my YouTube page, which is all about helping people navigate their awakening process. And today's video is going to talk about seeing your friends and your family and just people who have perhaps been in your circle in a very different light. As you awaken, your consciousness expands. You see more of the moment, more deeply into the true nature of people that are in your life. And simultaneously, you start to prioritize your own happiness, your own growth, your own path, at a much higher order. You don't put that on the back burner so much anymore. At least you're getting urged to not do that. And as a result, you start to see people, again, in a different way, and you're starting to perhaps sum up, how are these people affecting me, my path, my growth, and my happiness? And it's not uncommon to conclude that a lot of the people who have been in your life for a long time are not really reciprocating the amount of love and just the way you're treating them. And consequently are, in a sense, weighing you down, stifling your forward progress into stepping into your own power, into your own truth, being your true self. And this is tough on a lot of different levels. It's sad. It's a sad thing because oftentimes we have memories of these people, like a nostalgia of who we used to think they were. And even though we kind of know who they are now, we still have these. I have dreams a lot of me being with like my old friends and whatnot. And I wake up very sad and missing them. But I'm not really missing them. I'm missing my distorted memory of them. So there's this sadness, there's this realization that it's just not how it used to be. Then, of course, there's the challenge of, what do? It's kind of sometimes tough to take that jump and start acting differently because you know these people who are in your life are going to react to it and say, whoa, what's your problem, buddy? Huh? You're not being who you used to be. They'll sense the change, and many times they'll try to bring you back down because you're going to make them feel uncomfortable. And they might even take it personally. But this reminds me of a great story that a wise man once told me. He didn't tell me personally. It's something he tells a lot of people. But I happened to listen to his YouTube video that talked about it. And it's a story of a crab fisherman. This man was walking down the beach one day while visiting Hawaii. And there was this dude. He was fetching crabs. He had this big net. He'd throw it into the water. And he'd come up with a bunch of crabs. And he would take all these crabs and pluck them off the net. And he'd put them in the bucket. And this one guy is talking to the fisherman, and he's noticing that all these crabs in a bucket, there's one of them in particular that was trying to get out. He's trying to climb its way out. He's kind of climbing on the other crabs, and he's about to jump out of the bucket. And so this guy says, hey man, your crab's about to escape and get back into the water, man. And the fisherman kind of laughs and kind of shrugs it off and says, no, you just watch. Sure enough, the guy watches and notices, he says, watch. His little crab buddies are going to pull him back down. No crab ever escapes the bucket because all the other crabs pull them back down whenever they sense they're about to break out. And that is how a lot of people are in your life. They are crabs. They don't want to see you succeed, change, grow, expand, become more confident, become better versions of yourself, because it's going to just reveal, to whatever degree you're improving, it's going to reveal that amount of their own shortcomings. And they're not going to want to deal with that, and they're going to associate that feeling of becoming more aware of their shortcomings with you. And they're going to try to pull your ass back down because that's easier than actually changing. And you're going to be aware of all of this. And then you have a choice. Do you fight your way out of this kind of like a lopsided relationship and stifling situation, which can be messy, or you just keep playing along to avoid the confrontation, maybe stunt your growth a little bit? They're both valid choices. But here's one thing I want you to consider. A lot of people keep themselves dumbed down thinking that they're helping this other person. What they need be in their life. I'm a good influence on them. And I feel bad. I love them, which is true. So I don't want to break away knowing that they might respond in a weird way, thinking I just don't like them. They might not understand fully. I can't explain to them why I'm breaking away. It's just going to create this like really uncomfortable situation, and I feel bad for them. Here's something I want you to understand. You're not really doing them any favors by not being yourself, ever, in any situation. Because if people are exhibiting behaviors that make people like you want to break away because you feel them as kind of a negative influence on your life, and you don't break away, they'll never know. If not you, then who else is going to teach them that valuable and essential human fundamental lesson? But perhaps by you breaking away and getting out of their life because of what they're doing, they might question themselves at one point. Maybe at a later date, yes. But that is a very powerful experience you can give them. Lastly, this begs the question, well, it's very sad knowing where they might be going. If they're not kind of coming with me on my vibrational ascent, then that might imply that they're not going to make the shift, they're not going to choose to raise their frequency, and they're going to allow themselves to experience the repercussions of ignoring the ascension energies present. And we all know what that means. So you just really want to save them and help them and lift them up. But loving someone truly is letting them be who they choose to be. You can't take away their free will choice. It is their choice to live their life the way they choose, just as it is yours. It's unloving to try to manipulate that. You feel they need to do this. Well, that's their choice, not yours. Regardless of how you feel. They feel you need to stay down there with them. And yet, that doesn't make you very happy. These themes might be coming up now, guys, because you're all changing very rapidly. These summer energies of 2016 are no joke. They are going to catalyze change within you in a very big and obvious way, internally and externally. Relationships is going to come up at some point. The situation is going to come up for you at some point. It probably already has, but it might be kind of resurfacing. No, there's no wrong answer. There is no right thing to do. You just have to be who you know yourself to be in every given moment that you can, that you're aware of the choice, and everything else will always work out.